Hoo-wee, what's going on YouTube? It's Donnie all day. Hit my hat. So, here's the deal. I'm bringing you guys an EDC today that is smooth and right. And don't forget, watch my last video. Get your Brothers of the Blade shirt. So far, so good. So here's the thing. Remember this. When you're buying one of these shirts and you are adding in your name to down here, only touch this. Because if you touch anything else, you can shift it. And if you shift the image, then they're going to print it the way you shifted it. And you want to make sure everything is straight. Just a little heads up for you. Another little heads up for you. Go check out Steel Forged and Fire Sword and Knife. Joe, Samurai Joe, just did a new like intro video. Dude, this thing is movie quality nasty. It looks like a documentary. Really. Now, you guys know how I don't like intros for me personally, but I like other people's intros. And this one's really cool. But let's get into this. This is how smooth that was. Look, it's opened. It was just so smooth. This is the Kershaw Bevy. And it's a really like good looking knife. It's like kind of like got that executive feel to it because it's just a nice knife. It's good shape. It's good looking. But these G10 scales, I think they come in olive too. Maybe another color. This is like a tan. Are really nice, man. These are so freaking grippy. It is a thumb stud on both sides. It is an assist. So right here, you can see that? It's got that little spring assist in it. Snaps nice and hard. It's got the flipper on the end. Boom. So you don't even need the thumb studs. They're just there in case you prefer to use thumb studs. You can open it that way. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, but this just makes it so much more simple. What I like about the pocket clip is that it's really long. It's got a nice pocket clip. It holds really well. Rather than a lanyard hold, they have a lanyard strap, so you can use different kinds of lanyards. You're not just subjected to a round string. I do like that. There's a lot about this knife that I think is really good. The Stonewashed Blade, I think, is really beautiful. And the good thing about stonewash over painting or coating is that it lasts longer. It holds on truer. And I really, really dig that. Plus, it helps for like corrosion resistance. This one won't corrode though. Not unless you really screw it up. But let's go over some of these specs. Let's see. Blade length, 3.5 inches. Blade thickness, 0.12 inches. Length closed, 4.5 inches. Overall length, 7.875. It is a hollow grind. It is tip down, flipper, liner lock, and EDC, blah, 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 with G10. Okay, so that's pretty much everything. It's nice, man. It's smooth. It feels good. It's got a good weight to it. It's heft. It's got a nice body on it. Everything about this, I missed the flipper. Everything about this is really, really nice. Just a cool knife. Oh, the blade. The steel. Skipped right by that. Right freaking by it. I know it's an 8CR. 8CR 12 MOV. So it's better than the 13. It's the 12. And you can take that to the bank. Whatever that means. But this thing is nice. It's the Bevy, B-E-V-Y. I don't know why I'm spelling it. It's right there. You can actually read it. So I say we just stop yapping and get to cutting. All right, so we're going to do a little baby tomato slice here to see how sharp it is. Let's see first. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's try and get these without them blowing away. It's a bit windy out here. It is hair shaving, hair popping, bald making, sharp. That is a sharp freaking knife. It is hollow grind, which means it is a cutter. This is classified as an EDC, which means it has to be sharp because it's going to be made to be cutting. Now, this isn't going to be made, it's being a hollow grind. It's not going to be that, hey, let's chop with it and do stuff like that with it, because you could ruin it because it's a hollow. Oh my gosh. This is going to be some of the thinnest tomato slices you've ever seen in your life. I mean, some of the thinnest slices you will ever see. Just look at this. Look at this. This thing, and this tomato is a little bit older. It's getting a little softer. It's been in there a couple days in the fridge. So it's not even a stiff tomato, which makes it a lot easier. This thing, look at this. Man, if you don't think you could have this with you on a camp and you can prepare your digs, whew. That right there is something special. That is freaking sharp. I mean, that's almost as sharp as my shirt. Ooh, and a lot of people have this shirt. I noticed a bunch of people have been buying. That's why I really want to put it out there to make sure that you don't crooked up the art, because if you move that, they're gonna send it to you the way you send it to them. So let's I know it's not made for a lot of stuff because it's an EDC and it's just made to cut. It's not made to bang around. We're still gonna go to the stump. That's English. We're still gonna go to the stump, and we are still going to, well, kind of bang it around a little. So what we're gonna do first is I wonder how heavy that rear is. 4-foot drops. And I have to say, that was not expected. I expected the rear to really come around because the balance point is at the end of this choil. And I have to say that with this choil here, uber comfortable. Uber comfortable. I really like this blade shape, this drop point. It's really nice. It reminds me, a lot of like the Essie of Eastba, things like that. I just love this blade style. Let's do a couple hard downwards. Make sure the lock is all going to work after impact. Make sure that the scales aren't going to loosen. And it is completely tight. That closes. That opens. That stays. That closes. That opens. Bop, boom. All right, so in a little dive down, we're getting about an inch on that. Bah, nice and hard through there. And that one, whew, that's about 1.5 inches right there. That's pretty good. That's pretty good indeed. Indeed. All right, so let's take off this tip. All right, and now we're just gonna create a new one. Now I told you it's a hollow grind, so you don't really want to chop with it. And being an EDC of this size especially, you're not going to be chopping anyway. But for those emergencies where you need something sharp and pointy, you are going to, I don't care if it's just to hang up hot dogs and marshmallows on a fire. If you need something sharp and pointy, you want to make sure that you have a knife that can get a piece of wood sharp and pointy. And this one definitely will do that. Definitely. So let's see here. Look at that. You can use it as a little hammer. Ba-boom. Let's do some feathering with it, because when you're talking about an EDC for anybody who's like a bushcrafter or a camper, your EDC blade is going to be probably your main feather sticking blade, right? You're not going to pull out your 35-inch buoy to feather wood, right? If you do, you're probably just not good at camping. Maybe you should just get a hotel. All right. Look at this. Look at this. Just nice. Let's get some nice little swoops here. Let's do it. Let's just get it. Oh, these sweet little curls. Look at these. Oh, these sweet little curls. Man. Those are nice. So, as far as using it to be your wood prep knife, why not? Honestly, why not? Hollow grind, don't let that scare you. A lot of people think they know what a hollow grind is. They don't. If you use it right, it's going to hit just like any other blade. You just want to make sure that you come nice and straight on a hollow grind. That's the key. Just go straight. Boom, right there. Golly, this is nice. It's actually really nice in the hand. This the G10 that they use is superb. Get some great some great feel to it. There is no loosening, no vibrations. Everything is opening and closing. This is nice, man. This is a really nice little knife. Let's see if we can. It's gonna be hard to chop through with power because it's small, but we're gonna see if we can get through that. Holy Moses! All right, so that was a complete shot. Really, really nice. Let's see if there's any chipping or rolling when going through the metals, and there is not. That edge is 100% perfect. Let's see. Batoning, going through, wow, going through the extension cord, and it is still razor sharp. This thing is sweet. The Bevy is a winner. I was actually, I was in the store and I was looking for one thing. I got this and the butterfly knife at the same time, the one that Bradley that I brought you. Awesome. But I was looking for something completely different. I was looking for clothing, as a matter of fact. Ended up with 2 blades, and I have to say, this thing is sweet, man. I am really freaking digging this. Let's see, we got the leather belt here. That means we have 4 layers of leather to go through. Let's see. Oh my gosh. That is so nice. That is so nice. I mean, that is nice. Golly, I like that. Oh, let's see here. And it punctures the rubber tire. Let's see. Rubber tires can usually jack up a knife edge. Not this one. Not this one. This thing is sweet. Now, of course, this isn't going to be my tire puncturing knife. This is going to be an EDC. As a matter of fact, this is going to be my carry today. And probably for the next few days, I'm probably going to give it some really good carry time. There's really not much I wanted to do with this, but I did want to find us a, I see one, like a soccer ball, so we can skin through the leather. Because if you're going to be using it as that go-to, you want to, oh, that's actually a good soccer ball still. We got to find one of the ones that's already been cut open. But if you're going to be, oh, I got something else. If you're going to be using it as your bushcrafting knife, you want to make sure it does stuff like bushcrafting. You want to make sure it does stuff like, am I going to be able to skin some game, even some small game, whatever, like you catch a rabbit or something. Because you never know when you're going to be hungry in the middle of the woods and you're going to not want to eat that skin, that pelt, right? Or maybe you need to make yourself some slippers or mittens because it might be cold. And that's a real thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, I'm going to pull it up, and that was super smooth. Super smooth. All right, so hey, not so bad. But that is really nice, man. This thing is it's a gentleman's knife. You know what I mean? When you look at it, it's just got that really nice look to it, and but it works. It does everything you're gonna want an EDC to do. It's gonna cut your cardboard. It's gonna rip open letters, and to be honest with you, for most people, that's what they're gonna be doing with these knives, right? It's not gonna be all these crazy tasks. If it's an everyday carry, it's to cut everyday things. It's gonna cut twine or rope. It's gonna open packages. It's gonna do stuff like that. This is your gentleman's carry, your everyday knife. I mean, this thing is pretty sweet. I mean, the black, it's kind of hard to tell with the sunlight hitting it, but that black stonewash is really something. That's something. It's just nice. It's just nice. But trying to think of what else we can cut here, because I like it so much. I just want to keep cutting stuff, even though I'm going to be using it all day, and I have stuff to actually cut inside. Whoop. Let's come over here and come over here. Like, hey, let's come over here. Where, D-Bat? All right, so I got some of these danglers right here, right? This one's a little stiff. You can hear it. Listen. You hear that sound? This isn't one of those softer ones. This is a little bit it's a harder reed. When you run them over in a lawnmower, they kind of break. They don't really mow. Let's see. Man, I mean, it's actual wood. This thing's made of wood. It's not just like that. You know what I'm talking. You guys know what I'm talking. Like that milkweed stuff or anything. Let's take off these branches real quick. Let's take them off real quick. Get down to this thicker stem. Gosh, you hear that? That little chip sound? Woo, doggy. This thing's nice. This thing's nice, man. This is gonna help me out on lunch type stuff. Opening up packages for, I don't know, food or anything. And I always get packages in every day. I'm always using a knife to cut something open. Or even if, let's say, your car breaks down and you got to cut a hose. This is the kind of thing that you're going to be so thankful you have. Just a nice EDC. It doesn't have to be this one, but I can recommend it. I can tell you that this knife right here, this is going to be worth having in one of those dire situations when you say, I really wish I had a knife. And you know the old saying, 'tis better to have one and not need it than to need it and not have it. So, so definitely. And it's good one-handed operation. You know what I mean? For you broken folk or you one-armed folk, it's convenient. It's very convenient. All right, boys, let's go inside. So that's it, man. The Kershaw Bevy. This is one I can absolutely recommend. I love the slab side G10. Contoured just enough on the edge to take away that 90-degree. Golly, and the more I use it, the better the action gets. And this is just right now. I mean, when I started, you heard it that first time. It opened and it was like soft. Now it's really clicking in there. It's as a user, bam, it just gets better and better. I'm digging it, man. This is a cool knife. This one is going in the pocket. This will be with me all day. It most likely it'll go a week of straight cutting just to see how that edge is going to hold up. And I mean, so far going through everything, that is crazy freaking sharp. Crazy sharp. Kershaw, I am a fan. Very nice. Hi, I'm Donnie B all day. Until next knife.